Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. I'm your host, KEIRSTIN. Today I wanted to look into the question about whether or not Jay-Z was really involved in this Epstein file situation. Recently, the Department of Justice dropped a massive file dump of the Epstein files, over 3 million pages. And Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, was officially named. So I'm here to get to the truth. The files included a report that, with the FBI, that alleged a specific incident back in 1996. The victim claims she was abducted and later woke up in a room where both Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z were present while she was being assaulted. Allegedly for, this is what was said in the documents. She also mentions being drugged, which clouded her memory of the event. So the question we're asking the cards today is very simple. Was Jay-Z in the room? Was he actually there in 1996? And what will be the consequences for him now that his name is officially tied to this? So let's get into the reading, shall we? I've got the spread all laid out. I'm using a ridiculous deck today it's a love deck, but for some reason, I just got it, so I wanted to try it out. But it gives great intuitive pictures, so we'll work with this deck. It's called Lucky in Love Oracle. And I'm also using the Echoes of the Unsolved to clarify. All right? So we've got the spread here, and it's vibrating a lot of exposure energy. The cards are being very direct about a clash between high-level power and a truth that's been locked away for a long time. So my question to the cards is, was Jay-Z in the room? So first we have the Queen of Swords. And this is clarified by bias, blindness. So the Queen is our truth teller. This is the accuser. She's standing in a boardroom full of men, and she is the only one on the floor. This is the woman coming forward from the 1996 incident mentioned in the files. She's speaking with absolute cutting precision. And she's also can represent the prosecution coming towards Jay-Z. She can represent the law that's coming towards him. Bias blindness, as you can see, it's an eye that's all white. It shows that for years, the world literally could not see or refused to see what was happening because of who this man is, who Jay-Z is. It's like a collective blind spot. But the Queen is finished with the silence. And this means her testimony is sharp, it's real, it's what she considers to be the truth, right? And it's finally being heard. Next we have the Ace of Swords and Memory Lapse. All of these cards fell out, by the way. I shuffled to fall out. That's why I don't shuffle on camera. It takes a long time. But that is how, those are the cards that I trust, the cards that fall out. So, this is the Ace of Swords, a woman being trained how to shoot at a firing range. And she's aiming with precision. The key word is precision at a target. And it looks like she's hitting her target. The Ace of Swords in tarot means that truth is coming out. Clarity is coming forth. And it's clarified, though, by memory lapse. So was he in the room? Well, the Ace of Swords is a yes card, but it's in the challenge position. So it's still questionable. But it is a sword of truth that's hitting the heart of the matter, allegedly. for entertainment purposes only. We see a man teaching a woman to shoot straight to the heart. I believe this is the law finally aiming at its target, aiming at Jay-Z, coming to aim at Jay-Z. The memory lapse card, which you can see is a woman in dark shadow, right, above. But below in her reflection, it's full color. She's pretty sure. That's what I'm taking this to mean. She's pretty sure, though, and she stated the truth that she was drugged, so she can't be totally positive, but she's pretty sure. The memory lapse will be his defense team's defense, right? Jay-Z's defense. They're going to lean hard into the idea that she can't remember correctly because it was, over 30 years ago, or 30 years ago approximately, really. They're trying to say that her version of the story is upside down or cloudy, which is exactly what the FBI reports say. But the Ace of Swords says, despite the lapse, the truth is hitting the target. Next we have the Judgment card and compromised data breach. Okay, let me let you see the Judgment card up close. There's two people and they're reading a document. She's very surprised, shocked, so is he. And there's an angel above blowing a horn, right? It's a wake-up call. And then in compromised data, you can see there's a man in a hood. His back is to us. He's in front of a computer console. There's many computers in front of him. Compromised data breach. All right. So, this is the bombshell. This is the bombshell release of the documents. And it's the ultimate wake-up call. The angel is blowing the horn, and the people are horrified. This is the public and the industry reacting to these Epstein files, who's in it and what's happening in it. And the compromised data talks about it not being just a rumor. It's because of a literal data breach or the unsealing of the DOJ documents. That's what's coming out. That's what's come out. So it's not just a rumor. What I'm also getting is that this data looks compromised on purpose. Like not just leaked, but handled. Some parts feel redacted or blocked to protect certain people, and other parts feel like they're being left visible on purpose to steer the public. So it's almost like a controlled mess. Hide what they need to hide, but release enough to point fingers in other directions, muddy the waters, and distract people from what's missing. In the Judgment card, this important paper that these two are reading is the Epstein files itself. This tells me the proof is in the data, not just the memory. Remember, guys, this is just a tarot reading. It's for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say here is alleged, and tarot is not fact. Now let's look at the next card that came out. We have the Ten of Coins, Legacy, and Blind Spot. It looks like a very rich living room, sitting room, and a very affluent family. It's Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles can mean, a lot of wealth, big wealth. Also, Pentacles for me can also represent races of color. Can represent white people too, with dark hair or gray hair, but it also can represent races of color. In my tarot definitions, okay? So here the Ten of Coins is the legacy. It's clarified by blind spot. So this is the Carter Knowles empire, the Sean Carter, Beyonce Knowles empire, the Ten of Coins. We're talking about black royalty to the black community. All the wealth that they have, all the power that they have, all the influence that they have. And the blind spot here is huge. It's the collective refusal of the black community and Jay-Z and Beyonce's fans to see the cracks in the throne. Because Jay-Z represents so much success, there's a see no evil energy around him. People just don't want to accept this as true. The blind spot acts as a shield of support right now, but it also means the whole legacy will likely be tainted by what was hidden and unseen for decades, allegedly. Next, we have the Fool as the overarching energy and reasonable doubt. Now, didn't Jay-Z release an album in 1996 called Reasonable Doubt? That's more than a coincidence, guys. Look at this picture. A man, but his head is covered by a paper with question marks. Next to this Fool card, a woman, a young woman, running down the street, about to jump into something risky. She could be naive, she could be gullible, right? She's innocent. This could represent the victim. I'm also getting a feeling of Beyonce in this card as well. But let's talk about this Fool here. It could also be Jay-Z. Okay, I read in layers, guys. I read in layers, and I get a lot of downloads. So you got to give me a minute to focus on what I want to say. So I see the Fool running towards the unknown, right? Where is he running? Who knows? We can't see. He's being chased by reasonable doubt. If this is Jay-Z. Those question marks over the face that jump into the unknown. It isn't a leap of faith, it's a fall I see coming. The momentum of the truth is pushing Jay-Z toward an edge where there's no turning back. And Beyonce too. Finally, we have the Three of Wands. This is the only card I don't vibe with in this reading completely, because the Three of Wands is not only about waiting and planning and expecting positive results with high confidence. It also can represent foreign travel or foreign relations. So we've got the Three of Wands here. Keyword is hope. So Jay-Z is hopeful about something. We see a man looking at an upstairs window with a light on. And he's waiting for his ship to come in or a favor to be returned. He expects to be saved. He's got hope. He thinks he can just plan his way out of this or get a favor fulfilled by maybe someone in power, by maybe a connection. But the result is access denied. You see the woman turning her head away and putting up her hand. Speak to the hand, man. There's a X on a sticky note on her palm. Access denied. So whatever power Jay-Z used to have to make things go away is being shut down right now. The window is closed. It's not open. The light's on, but nobody's home, baby. He may try to leave the country or move his money around, but he'll hit a wall. Access denied. With judgment sitting above it, we see a judicial block. His passport could be pulled, and the world is turning their head away from him. So he will lose support as this continues on and the story continues to grow. And looking at the Fool again, where I saw Beyonce, she's holding a cell phone, as you can see, taking a selfie maybe while she's running down the street. She also seems to be singing into her flower, her white flower, like a microphone. Can you see that? So she's holding on to her business, her empire, in her hand, and she's trying to stay in the music vibration, but she's on one leg, so it's a balancing act. I feel like this is Beyonce planning a freedom jump. The key word here is freedom. She's watching the reasonable doubt surrounding her husband. Was he there? There's strong evidence that he was. There's documentation. And it's so strange that he did an album called Reasonable Doubt in 1996, and that's when these allegations were made. It's crazy to me. I don't see her looking back. I see her moving forward. I see her looking at the jump. She's making her own move to get out before the fall hits, before Jay-Z's fall hits. So these cards are saying Jay-Z is headed for a fall. The law is coming, and he may not be able to escape it. So that's all I have for you now, guys. I hope that you found it insightful. Remember, this is just my interpretation of the cards. The cards have many meanings, but the cards never lie. The interpretation can be off, and I'll admit that, interpretations can be off. I may be off. I may be wrong. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I want to thank you for tuning into my channel. And if you'd like a 1, 2, or 3 question personal reading, you can book that. There's a link in my description box to book your reading. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and share this video with your friends, social media, and hype if you have the power to hype the video. I'd appreciate it so much. Thank you, and blessed be.